Alright, we got hole number 1 here, par 3. Playing this with a 15% elevation change plus 15% with the Viper. We're going to go 1.5 bars of backspin on this shot. We're going to line up the blue edge, the left blue edge of our ring to the left edge of the rough line. And with 3.3, we're going to be playing 1.9 rings of adjustment. So 1.5 backspin, we're going to go with just a touch of left spin. And then we're going to line up the blue right there along the left edge of the that rough line right there. Okay? Now we're going to go with 1.9 rings for our adjustment. And we're going to see how this one comes in. Hopefully we hit a perfect ball. We hit perfect ball. Let's see how this one comes in. It's 1. And this one's still going to come in a little bit short. I tried it before with 2, but we're getting closer for sure. So I would definitely recommend maybe 1.25. Try 1.25 next time. And that's part of playing a new course. Maybe a new course with wins is find a shot that looks good, and then you want to dial in those spins. That's how all the people that do content do it. They make multiple shots, they dial in the shot. So that's basically what we're doing here. So we would 1.5 bar there. I like the half left spin aspect of that shot. I think that brought that a little bit more of a line to the hole for sure. All we got to do now is figure out the perfect spin amount, and I think with that blue line touching the rough, the way we had that shot lined up, I think it's somewhere between 1.25 and 1 bar of backspin for that shot. And I think we can get it. We can get it figured out if we keep tuning it in. All right, we got hole 2 here, par 5. We'll be playing this one with our extra mile on this hole and a Titan ball. And we're going to go with max left spin here. And we're going to play with our yellow ring right there along the edge of the rough line. Going to make sure we have the big dog in for our second shot here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play with our yellow ring right there along the edge of the rough line. Max left spin, we're going to go with 2 top spin here. If you feel like you're able to get farther up and that second bounce is a lot farther past that bunker, definitely lay off on the top spin. You don't want that much top spin. Half a ball of curls to the left here. We hit this one perfect. And as you're going to see, it comes in, bounces nicely, and it's going to roll to a really nice spot. Definitely a hole where you got to be careful with your top spin because higher level drivers, more yardage. Definitely adjust that top spin depending on where you are landing your shot for this hole. So for our second shot here, we're playing with 0% here, and I've got the big dog here. Difference between the big dog and the Viper will be the amount of top spin you use on your shots. For the big dog here, I'm just going to use a little bit of right spin to straighten this ball guide out. And we're going to go with, I think we go with 1.5 or 0.5 bars of top spin here on this shot and about 1 bar of right spin. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim this shot as best as we can towards the hole for this initial attempt, and then we're going to make our adjustment at maximum 0%. The landing zone of this shot is on an upward slope and kind of slanted, so finding a very consistent bounce location is going to be tough. And as you see, we came in a little bit quick there still, so maybe play that shot at no top spin next time. But still, not a bad shot. You're going to be in position for the eagle. Hole number 3, par 4. We're going to play this one at plus 10%, and we're going to use an extra mile. You could use a quarterback as well if you had enough top spin. And for me, I would say you need at least 4 bars of top spin to play this shot with the extra with the quarterback. So just depends on what your level is quarterback wise. Otherwise, if you're looking at extra mile, I'm going to use a marlin ball here to keep myself from being in between clubs on this hole. You could also play an extra mile with a higher level ball and go for just a direct rough bump. But for me, I think playing the bounce over shot into the rough and then rolling out is safer than a regular rough bump. Okay, so let's see what we have for our wind, 3.3. So, we're playing this one right about min, so it's going to be 1.1 rings. We're going to play with our red ring halfway into the rough line here. And then we're going to play with, we're going to go with 4 top and 1 right spin here. We're going to play our shot right here into the middle of the snow, as you can see. And then we're going to make our adjustment at min, which is 1.1 ring. Great left. So let's see what great left does here. We're not playing any kind of curl on the shot. And as you can see with our aim in the snow at that location, a great left is okay. A great right is kind of iffy, probably. A lot of it will depend on how much right spin you put on the shot and your aim location. I want to say that where I have the shot lined up, a great right would also be okay, and but it's something that I haven't seen yet, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm pretty sure that shot is great proof from that landing zone. So definitely, check the shot out, see where my landing zone is, and I think from there, you have a really good chance to be able to play the shot however you want and be safe on the shot. So, alright y'all, we'll catch you on the next hole. Alright, we got hole 4 here, par 3, plus 10% for the elevation. We're going to play with 2 bars of backspin and about 4.5 bars of left spin. I'm going to be using a Viper here on this hole. So we're going to check out, see what the wind is, and then we're going to try to find a good spot for our landing zone. Alright, so we got 2.9 for a wind, and that's going to be right about max level, so about 1.7. We're going to go 4.5 and 2 backspin here, and then we're just going to try to line our shot up as best as we can here at this hole here. Now the ball guide looks a little bit left of the hole, and I'm okay with that because of the left to right push from the wind. So 1.7 is our adjustment here. See if we can hit this one perfect. Get ourselves a good look at this hole. We do. And we'll see how this one comes in. 2 backspin, 4.5 left spin. And not terrible, maybe a little bit of left curl on that shot, or maybe just set up our landing zone just a little bit more to the left to compensate for that bounce. But one that I think definitely can be dialed in. Hole number 5, par 4 here. I'm going to play this one with the extra mile, and I've got a Goliath in for my second shot. If you don't have at least a level 3 Goliath, you could go with another club like the Backbone. But you just want something with a little bit of backspin to it for the second shot. I'm going to go ahead and use a Titan ball on my drive just because I think it makes this hole a little bit easier. And, I don't like to have to overpower drives in rookie, so that's why I suggest the Titan ball. So we're going to go with 2 top and 3 right spin. We want the ball to go right in there, so about 1 ring in overpower. So 3.6 is going to be 1.6 rings. So we're going to adjust 1.6 rings, and then we're going to push the shot up 1 ring. And we're just going to hit the regular shot here with a little bit of left curl. And this one should put us very nicely onto that fairway up near the front. You could go with a little bit more topspin. As you can see, there's a little bit room to go with a little bit more topspin. So definitely, if you play it that way, feel free to go with about 1 more bar of topspin, and you should be fine with 1 more bar of topspin. Kind of interested to see my opponent. He's going to try to play the shot up the middle, which this is definitely another route to play. I feel like playing left gives you a better look at the hole, second shot wise, compared to this method, but this is definitely another way to play this hole. He should probably be aiming the shot a little bit more to the left. It looks like his wind is going to push him really close to that bunker. I kind of hope he makes the shot still. Ooh, he just barely made it. So good. So we're going to get to see his second shot and what a shot up the middle looks like as well. I'm glad he made that shot. So for this next shot, we're going to be playing it at 0%. And as you see, we have much more room here with the Goliath than we would have had with the backbone. So 2.8 right there is max. So we're going to play it just under max. Go with a max backspin and right spin here. And I wish I had a little bit more backspin on this shot, but I don't. So we're going to play it here, and then we're going to play curl. So we're going to play about 1.2 rings, and then we're going to add about half ball of curl and see how this one comes in. Coming in a little bit hot still. No, not too bad. So if you play the shot there, it comes down to judging your curl amount. If you have a little bit more backspin on your club, definitely would be the best for that situation, because if you can get the ball to stop on the hill right behind the hole, then it will drop down into the hole. So my opponent here looks like he has a decent shot. This shot from that location actually may be a little bit better than the shot from the left-hand side, to be quite honest. If I was him, I'd play his shot a little bit more to the right of where he's aiming it with the backspin and right spin, and then try to use that hill behind the hole as a funnel. Either way you slice it, it's a tough shot to the hole, and it'd be a very tough eagle approach, especially with lower level rookie clubs. So what I'm really trying to say is, expecting an eagle here is probably aiming a little bit high in the rookie, and just make sure you give yourself a chance to eagle. Make sure you get the birdie. Hole 6, par 5. Going to be playing this one with an extra mile at plus 20% off the tee box, and we're going to use a katana ball off the tee. A Kingmaker ball would definitely not be a terrible choice here. The thing that you want to make sure you do have is the 3 stat for that spin, because you want that side spin. That's really what you want here on this shot. So we're going to play this at the +1 here with half the red ring in the rough, and then we're going to have to use curl here on this one. So 3.2 is going to be 1.6, and that's at plus 20%. So we got, we can get it here. There we go. 1.6 plus 20%. We're going to use our full curl possibilities here on the shot as well, and that should be enough to bounce us onto the fairway here. And it is. Without that 3 stat and curl, it's a tough shot to make unless you have a little bit higher level of an extra mile, or if you maybe want to go at that shot with a quarterback, which is definitely a possibility as well. But you would need probably a little bit higher level of quarterback with extra spin, because you really want that top spin on that shot as well. So our next shot here will be with the big dog, and we'll play it at 0% for the elevation. Now, the second shot here, I think it's going to be okay with the katana, but that a little bit extra power that comes with the Kingmaker may be worth thinking about going with the Kingmaker. But if you're short on those and you only have katanas, then okay, no, we're plenty good here with the katana ball. Red ring right up there along the edge of the fairway and the rough. So max right spin, we're going to go with about half of our back spin. We're going to go with no top spin at all. And we're just trying to get that shot lined up towards the hole as best as we can. So 2.2 is going to be right at 0.9 rings. Okay, I'm just going to try to hit this one perfect. We hit it perfect, so this one should come in nicely. A little bit of tailwind to give us just a tiny bit of extended ball guide. And this one should come in pretty close to the hole. We will definitely take that, and you know, giving yourself a chance at the albatross in the rookie is really all you can ask for here. But definitely make sure you get the eagle. If you feel like that shot is not going to make it, like if you're in my opponent's position, completely bail out trying to get the albatross. Just get yourself down there onto the green. You don't want to be short on this hole at all, because that chip from up above the green is death. Like where my opponent is right there. That is not a place you want to be. Use that extra power, use that topspin at all costs. Get down there onto that green or to that lower level. Alright, we'll move on to the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 7 here, par 3. We're going to play this one with our backbone. And we're going to play max right spin and 0.5 backspin. We're going to be using a katana ball here on this shot. Another hole where the side spin 3 stat is definitely very important. So let's see if we can play this one and get it close here. 3.6 is going to be 2.8. We were playing this one at max, so max right spin. And I said, what did I say? Half a bar of backspin. We're going to play with the red ring here, close to the edge of the rough line. And we're going to play a little bit of curl here on this shot. So 3.6 is 2.8 rings. And then we're going to do just a little bit of curl here. Not much, just a tiny little bit. Maybe about a quarter of a ball, I would say that was. And doesn't even look like we needed that curl there on that shot with that setup. So what we'll do is actually we're going to go back and watch a replay of that shot and look at it a little bit closer, because I think the curl is unneeded there on that shot with the way I played it. Alright, so we're going to watch the replay of that shot and talk about it here. So max right spin, half a bar of backspin here, plus 20% at max adjustment here on this shot with the backbone. We have the edge of the red ring just barely cut into the rough line. And we want that second bounce to be right before that that fringe where the fairway and the fringe meet. So from that spot right there, to me it looks like, you know, we do not need the curl. So let's see what this shot, as far as our hit here, is. We got about a quarter ball of curl right there, maybe not even that. We hit perfect. And let's see where the second bounce comes in. Yeah, that second bounce came in a lot farther to the right than we wanted it to. Without that curl, I think that shot would have been really close to the hole. So I would play that exact same shot right there, except take away the curl. Alright, good luck. We'll head on to the next hole. Alright, hole 8 here. Tricky hole. If you have lower level rookie clubs like Extra Mile 5, then I would probably suggest going with like a Berserker, just to give yourself a really good chance of getting this one through the rough. Otherwise, you know, you run the risk of, unless you're going to go completely full overpower, probably not getting through. So to me, you know, it's just, in my opinion, just better to go with a Berserker, and then you're either going to use a big topper or an Extra Mile to make sure you get this ball through. So my opponent here has a level 7 Extra Mile, and he's not even going to try the shot, so we'll make sure he's not going to try it, and then if he's not, we're just going to go ahead and go to my shot. Alright, he's not going to try the shot. Alright, so let's look at this shot here. With the big topper and the Berserker ball. Yeah, we can do this with the big topper and the Berserker. So we're going to land it right in here. Okay. And 3.4 is going to be 1.7 rings. Now we should not need any overpower on this shot at all whatsoever. A little bit of left curl and that's it. And this right here should get through towards the green. No, it did not. Wow. So you're going to have to overpower that shot with the Berserker. I think just like 1 or 2 rings overpower would have got it. What it is as you can see, you know, it's kind of hilly right there on that rough. You can see that right here from this angle very clearly. And unless you hit in the good spot, it's not going to roll through. So what's required to do that is overpower. So overpower that shot. You know, you will only need a little bit of overpower with that shot. And I would stick with the extra mile. Because as long as you land in that front section of the rough with at least 4 to 5 bars of topspin, you will roll through. So that's what I would stick with and try when you are trying to make that shot. Alright, sorry it didn't work here, but hopefully you all can see what not to do and what you can do to correctly play this shot. Alright, hole 9, par 5, last and final hole. And I brought the big topper along. We're going to look at the big topper, and then if we don't like that, we'll go with the extra mile. We did bring the big dog along for our second shot. I think the big dog is just a safe and smart option on this hole. So the big topper here, let's see. The big topper gets you pretty far up this fairway without, I think, having to really worry about anything crazy. So that's what we're going to go with here. And I'm not even going with a whole lot of overpower here, because I think the big topper can make up for that that overpower that you need with the extra mile with its topspin, 381 yards. So we'll take that. Alright, so for our second shot here, 2.7, as you see, we have plenty of room here. We could even try to play a rough bump here if we wanted to, but we're not going to. So full right spin, we're going to go with 2 backspin here. And 2.7, we're going to play 5% downhill, and it'll be 1.3 rings. Then we're going to go with just a tiny bit of curl here on this shot. We hit that one perfect. Let's see what this 2 backspin does on this shot. And we'll take it. Not a bad shot right there. So from that location, again, we could go with 1.5 backspin would probably be a little bit better. And, you know, we just keep chipping away at those spins until we get one dialed in to a good spot. So you write down your drive location, yardage-wise, you write down your adjustment, and then you can make small adjustments off of that or other drive yardages that you do get while playing this hole. And that was a good bounce he got. So anyways, that's Get the Eagle here. Give yourself a chance at the Albatross. And hopefully you all enjoyed the rookie playthrough, and hopefully you all learned a thing or two that can help you in your round to be able to do well. Take care. Have a good day. God bless.